All right. Okay. So, sorry, that's fantastic. You're going to have everyone watch it. So, given the Business of Real Estate recordings are live, I think, there are some that are dedicated from a PM point of view, some from a sales point of view, some from a leadership point of view. But I absolutely endorse, your view, and that is to have the entire team watch Milo's session. And there's some really big distinctions in there. I think the biggest one for me, and that I have actually found myself sharing privately and in coaching sessions, has been the white arrows, red arrows. And it's such a really simple concept, guys. So basically, if I put anyone in your world, this is high risk, but I'm going to put Shane, okay? Shane is absolutely in my world. Well, guess what? There are white arrows heading towards Shane. These are great things. These are, powerful, positive, can do, amazing things about Shane. The challenge is there are also red arrows. And the big distinction that Milo went through is if the red arrows outweigh the white arrows, there is no chance for this person to be seen in any other way but negatively in our life. And the thing that she talked about was like, oh, so they're actually our red arrows. Like we're those red arrows into there, and that in itself makes a massive distinction. So I'd love to hear from you. Was there one thing that resonated out of that, or have you found yourself using the white arrows, red arrows kind of metaphor?
Yes. We had our full team strategy meeting on Wednesday. And so the four of us who attended gave our key takeaways. We chose 3. And for Dan, who's head of property management, that was definitely something he shared with the team, the white arrows, red arrows. I thought for Milo also the importance of water. It's so simple, but everything that's related to your water intake and also the bars of power that she mentioned as well was huge. And we've definitely adopted the word of the week. It's impact this week from your motivational list.
Awesome.
So it's been great. So many takeaways.
Yeah, fantastic. So guys, Milo talked about a research project where someone who was over the alcohol limit and someone who was dehydrated, and the accident, the chances of an accident, it was certainly, I think, 2 or 3 points higher on someone who was intoxicated, but it wasn't far below someone who is dehydrated. A lot of the time, without even knowing it, we're running ourselves in a dehydrated mode, and that sort of that power bar absolutely is massive with it. And I love the fact you've actually picked an empowering word to bring it into play.
Yeah, for sure. And that dehydration, I was blown away when she said that 2% dehydration equals 40% fatigue. Like that is just such a powerful piece of information that you're feeling a little bit tired. Oh, is my water filled?
And guys, I got to tell you, when she said this, everyone in the room went and grabbed their water and started drinking along those lines. I think there was more bathroom stops because of Milo, but definitely it was about being the term. I actually used to use this term a lot, was super hydrated rather than dehydrated. So super hydrated means, and there's a fair bit of research on this that I'm not going to go into any detail, but there's intercellular and intracellular fluid. So a big part is not just how juicy the cells are, but how juicy is it between the cells in terms of fluid. Bit of a concept to take on board. Guys, I'll just show you what it looks like in terms of the resource or the recordings. So do I have to put my name in here, Daryl, to get past it? Daryl, you could actually come online now and do a quick update. This is the link I've just given the team, Daryl. I've got to put BizRE 2024 in. Okay, that would make sense. So down here. So my name is BizRE. Daryl, just help me out. I'm pausing quite nicely. Oh, there's a password, guys. Let me show you this. I missed the password. Oops. So you don't go scrolling too far down. You just go to here and you go BizRE 2024. And we enter. No. Now we're talking. And now you're actually into the recordings. It wouldn't surprise me if we make these slightly more groovy, these particular tiles, but this would have been to get it up nice and fast. So guys, if you weren't at Business of Real Estate, the good news is the agenda is still actually on the BizRE site. So you can have a look at who spoke about what along those lines. But I strongly recommend that, there are some dedicated PM sessions that I would love you guys to jump into. Dedicated sales sessions, dedicated leadership sessions that I think go a long way in terms of building momentum. All right. So I'm going to just flick Shane over. Lots of white arrows going to Shane. By the way, no red arrows at all. And, no one would ever have red arrows going to their partners. That would just be inappropriate and ineffective in terms of our communication. But more on that will come by you guys tuning into Milo's session. All right. So 2024, we are in the final stages, the last quarter of 2024, and heading into 2025. So what I'd love you to write down here, team, is brilliant start, strong finish. Okay, brilliant start, strong finish. So what we do now, between now and the end of this year, will give us a brilliant start to 2025 and a strong finish to this particular year. So we've got these two hats on. What does a brilliant start look like in terms of 2025? And what does a strong finish? Now, for the leaders here as well, guys, the thing that I'm counting on you, and we've got a session coming up called Growth Plan, is really about building in this quarter your 2025 plan. So we've got a 90-day race that between now and the end of this year, how can we make sure we have a strong finish? And I've got a little bit of a shopping list for you to go through. And also, what does a brilliant start look like to the year? One of the things that I'm committed to is that both from a sales and a property management point of view, we have an early move advantage. Something happens at the beginning of the year that we can explode into the marketplace, be aware that we have an increased advantage in the marketplace in a way that actually makes a difference. So I think you guys know the structure. What are our goals and targets between now and the end of this year? And then themes, key projects, quick wins, investigates, and cleanups. So can I just get a little yes in chat? Everyone's across that, like themes, key projects, quick wins, investigates, cleanups, or does anyone need a check on that? Okay, brilliant. So from a sales point of view, guys, one of the things that I really want to drive is I believe heading into next year, a real key advantage for the sales team is to say, are you looking for an agency and an agent who can market your property, or one that has a track record to get your property sold? Now, I know the market's different across Australia and New Zealand, but what I'd love for you to do is to take on board is we want to have a stock sellout this year. There's two ways you have a lot of stock heading into next year. That is, we have carryover stock that hasn't sold, or we actually have stock that has sold out and we've got new stock in the new year. By the way, I do not want your guys to fall into listing constipation. Listing constipation is not a good look. It's where they actually go into this mode of saying, I've got so many listings at the moment, I don't want to generate any new business. Well, guess what? There's going to be fast turn stock that's coming onto the marketplace. So if you need to, and I have spoken with a couple of members recently where I would strongly recommend you go back to making sure you're using green, amber, red in terms of stock management. Listings and liabilities. Not every piece of stock is a listing. We've got listings, we've got liabilities. A listing means it's destined to sell, it's green. A liability is either amber or red. So if it's a green listing, pretty obvious, the goal of a green listing is how do we get it sold this week? If it's an amber listing, it's not about selling it this week. It's how do we get this amber property to a green property this week? What conversation do we need to have with the owners? What do we need to do to align this property to the market conditions that exist? At the moment, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, your property is actually helping other properties sell. Other properties look like they're good value. That's not the plan. Our goal is to make sure your property looks like the best value property in your part of the market. And a red listing team, this is one of the biggies, I think. If I'm the agent and I've got a red listing, I will probably want to keep you as a leader or sales manager or head of property management. I want to keep you away from it. I'm suggesting a red listing. You want to jump into this. And the reason you want to jump into a red listing, if it's been 6 weeks, and it's my listing, I cannot sit down with the owner and say, now, can you remind me, what are your main reasons for selling? Why is it you want to actually sell? They're going to look at me and go, Dudikins, you've been working with us for the last 6 weeks. We told you that before you even listed the property. We told you that in week 1. What's the deal here? And it's just going to create a conniption if I was to ask my client that. But if you come in and say, I've been monitoring the campaign from a background point of view, we've had some great interest here, we've had this interest here, during your property being on the market, we've sold this, we've listed this, these 3 other properties sold through other agencies. So we certainly know there's an appetite in today's market. My concern is that your property is not one of the ones we sold. So I'd love to hear firsthand from you, what is the main reason you're selling? Pause. So third party can come in and do that. And my strong recommendation, if you've got a red listing sitting in your stock, the goal is to flip it to ideally amber this week, but ultimately go red to green. In other words, the property is now in the range, in the zone from a sales point of view. So what would I be doing? Number 1, ensuring we have incredible sell-through of our stock. I believe that should be a theme. Like, how do we have 100% sell-through between now and the end of this year? So anything we have listed or about to list, how do we ensure that happens? And then secondly, I would ask each of your team, what does their park the car on the hill look like for them? Now, this is a very old metaphor, but a powerful metaphor. And parking the car on the hill is, how do we see next year starting? And in the olden days, some of you might remember, if you had a car, you'd find a hill, you'd park it on the hill, you'd put a chock under it, you'd go on holidays, you'd come back from holidays, and what you'd be able to do is literally just fast start it. Why? Because if the battery ran flat, got the idea, over holidays, battery's a bit flat. If you've got this fast start, all of a sudden you've got these campaigns that are starting, you've got this listing appointment you're doing, you're following up on these particular pipeline sellers. So all of a sudden you've got this great level of momentum that's coming into play nice and early from that point of view. So strong finish, brilliant start. What do those two things look like? Ideally, that would be happening at next week's team meeting or sales meeting, that we do that. Now, flip this around, PM. What does a strong finish from a property management team look like? And what does a brilliant start? And the thing I'd like to tip in, guys, around this, I would love you to put landlord wow on a theme between now and the end of this year. The reason is that there's a lot of changes that happen in terms of PM between December and January. So what I would love is a situation that we've front loaded. We've got some relationship banking that we've done with our landlords. Not, I'm phoning my landlord. Oh, hi. Yeah, what's wrong? What's the issue? What's the problem? How much is it going to cost me? So this is where we start to flip into good news calls. Now, we have got a PM mastermind coming up that I will absolutely be leaning into this and going into this, because my belief is, guys, that if between now and the end of this year, we have a landlord wow, two things will happen. We will have better, I don't like the word retention, I'm going to use it for this though. We'll have better engagement and retention in our PM. That's point one. Secondly, we'll also have better referrals coming from PM into the sales team, which I think is absolutely critical to ensure that if someone is going to sell, we're ahead of the game, not behind the game playing catch up. And the third thing that I think it does, it puts some relationship banking in there. So when I catch up with a friend, family member, work colleague, someone in my life over the Christmas break, and they say, hey, you've got investment property. Who are you with? I'm with such and such, and they are fantastic. In fact, just last month, they called me and they let me know about this and this and this. And they go, huh, I'm with an organization. They don't call me proactively and let me know about those particular things. So there's some key points, guys, that I think need to be on the radar. I've got some other things I'd love to go through with you first. But firstly, guys, I'd love to see in chat. And I know all of you have got chat capability. So jump into it. And I'd love you to share what is your, out of what we've been through so far, what's your absolute must implement? Is it a package deal, or is there one or two that jump out to be able to actually bring that into play and make happen? Okay, package deal for us. Thank you, Sarah. Andrew, the third party call sales manager. Absolutely. Vendor meeting to achieve market alignment. And look, Andrew, I know you've got a fairly spread out marketplace. If you can get the guys, get the owners into the office, that's a little bit even more powerful, because they can walk past and say, we sold this, we sold this, we sold this. Unfortunately, we haven't sold yours. So the reason we're having this meeting is to see what we need to do to make sure we get your property sold. Is it the promotion? Is it the presentation of the property? Is it the position of the property? Or is it the pricing of the property? Where do you reckon it's at? Okay, good. Guys, there's more than two people on here, so I'll just continue with my H2O and let me know out of what we've covered so far. I know you can do it. I'm banking on you. Okay, how you guys going? Nicholas, the three brilliant, brilliant start, strong finish, awesome. Put the team together and go, how do we actually make that happen? What does it look like? And next event meeting to achieve mark alignment on third party. So the key is green, amber, red. And you might remember, guys, with that, once we've color coded and we say we've got a green listing, what I love you guys to do is then what are the 3 MIAs? MIAs as in most important actions to get this property sold. So 3 MIAs for a green is this and this and this to get it sold this particular week. If it's auction property, might be position it to be able to sell and have multiple bidders at the auction. If it's an amber, what are the 3 MIAs to go from amber to green this week? If it's a red, what are the 3 MIAs that we need to go from red, ideally to green, but it might be red, amber, green in terms of stepping through with it. Great. And Aaron, a package deal for us. Okay, awesome. So guys, the other thing I wanted to highlight in your 90-day plan, and I'll make sure you get a copy sent to you. One of the things on the back of it is what learning are we doing for this next quarter? So the good news is the team have put this together. So thanks, Renee, for doing this. And what you've got here, guys, is the programs we've got between now and the end of the year. So there's quite a few events to go into. So 14th of October, we've got the PM Leaders Mastermind. On the 15th, we've got both the Sales Mastermind and the PM Mastermind. Then 21st, we've got the Operations Think Tank. So rarely will anyone do all of these, by the way. Then we've got the Future Leaders Mastermind for anyone in your team who you see as a future leader that you'd really like to make sure is making a difference. Then we've got the Leaders Mastermind. That's a mastermind for you guys. The Growth Plan Workshop, a getting set for sales and BDMs, and then a getting set for PM and operations. So there's a fair bit on between now and the end of the year, but all of those are dedicated to. By the way, I just want to highlight, guys, the getting set session, it is recorded. So if, for example, you had a time frame that you said, Michael, that day or that time is not going to work for our PM team, then what I'd strongly recommend you do is within 2 days, allocate that time, because it will be recorded. It will be actually online. The slight benefit of doing it after is you can pause, although I do certain pauses throughout the process. But I'd strongly recommend, guys, the purpose of the getting set is to break the planning process with your team. So rather than sitting down with a team member and saying, okay, what's your plan for next year? Haven't thought about it, not sure about it. Because they've been through getting set, either sales or the PM, they've already had this kind of neat thought process about it. So they're leaning into their planning process. So let me just bring up the 90-day race for you. Actually, I've got one here. Hang on, grab it. Okay. It's coming, team. So that's the tool, I think, as you guys know. And on the back of it, it's got the growth imperatives model, which I love. And then here's where you've got your learning and development kind of framework. So you've got what are we doing from a leadership point of view? What are we doing from a property management point of view? What are we doing from a sales point of view? What are we doing from an operations and a marketing point of view? So we've got that there as the framework for the quarter. What's our learning? So you can grab those particular dates. They're also on the resource center under events, and get them into the schedule. So it's not a surprise for the team that, hey, we've got a getting set coming up at this particular time, or a mastermind with it. And then the center of this plan, I think you guys know how it works. What are our overall goals and targets? Sales, PM, themes, and shifts. key projects. By the way, the key project I'd be recommending you add to this is your 2025 plan. So have that as one of your key projects to make sure that that gets implemented. Quick wins, investigates, and cleanups. My caution is don't do too many investigates in this chunk of this part of the year. You want to actually be super available for the team to make sure that you can help them actually win. All right. The other session I'm going to recommend, team, that you do, and you may do this with the whole team, or you might break this down into sales and PM, is Craig Sewell's session from Principal Advance, because he really talked about that culture wow, and also so that, how do you create TX, the team experience, and also talked about how you create CX, client experience. And he talked about seeing through the lens of the client. Is our business focused through the lens of a client? So if we were going to do, for example, if we have Landlord Wow, I would actually get the guys together, watch Craig's session and go, okay, based on that, looking through the lens of our landlords, how can we take the wow experience to a whole new level? How can we make the onboarding process? And look, guys, simple things. Let's say a new landlord comes on board and they've come from another agency over to us. Guess what? I can almost guarantee the statement's going to be different. So 2 days before the statement arrives, we've done a screen record of a statement, and here are the key components. Here's where that is. Here's where that is. Here's where this is. We'll circle that and so on. We've done a screen record. It's only probably going to be 45 seconds long. We send that to them 2 days before they actually get their statement. Then they receive their statement. And 2 days after their statement, we pick up the phone as a property manager and ring them and say, hey, I just want to check in to see how did you go? Have you got any questions in terms of your statement? Now, guarantee, what does that do? It creates wow. Because normally what happens is either I suffer in silence and like, I don't really understand this. Oh, well, I'm too busy. I won't actually worry about it. But what's happened, guys, is we put a little pebble in someone's shoe, and there's a little bit of frustration there, rather than like, hey, I'm feeling really good about this. Let's go for it. Let's actually make it happen. So I would be strongly recommending have a look at Craig's, and it links in beautifully with Landlord Wow. Of course, once we've done Landlord Wow, what would I do in the first quarter of next year? Tenant Wow. How do we take our tenant experience to a whole new level? That's onboarding them, and also also making them feel absolutely special. We know 30% of tenants have investment properties. We know that 30% of our landlords have other properties. So for us to actually make that a standout experience and make it easy for those clients to come on board, that in itself is a game changer. So I'm going to pause for a moment, guys. Have you guys got any questions around your 90-day plan? Are you in the rhythm of this now? Is this a nice little reminder of shining the torch and putting some things onto the agenda of that? Just love to get your feedback on it. I'm just going to bring one more thing up for you guys. Yeah, great, Andrew. Keep the shopping list short. I would rather you, in your Christmas party. Oh, just the other point. Can you have your Christmas party a little bit later this year? My belief is that once you have your Christmas party, team members go into a different mode. So, if you have it in the first week of December, they're in a different mode between, the 5th of December through to the 20th. So if we have it a bit later and have it quite celebratory, that is a super effective way of doing it and putting it into play. Just gonna bring up one other thing for you guys.
Michael, can I just ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
On that, how do you space out? One thing that we've sort of only just started implementing the 90-day race this year. One thing I'm getting my head around is when to space out the December, the last quarter, and then the first quarter. Like, how do you time those with the team? You know what I mean? December and January is such a crazy month. I'm trying to work out the spacing for it. Yeah,
great. I'd probably, if you were going to do a theme just for December, okay? Let's say you're just going to do not a theme for the quarter, a theme for December. What I would do is an appreciation theme, okay? It would be all about appreciation. That would be doing probably a pizza night every Monday for at least 3 Mondays in December. And from 4:30 through until 6 o'clock, we're on the phones. And what are we doing? We're ringing our existing clients. We're saying, hey, thank you. I hope you have a really great Christmas break. Really appreciate everything you've actually done. I love what you've actually done there. That would be an example of just a December kind of focus. If we're talking sales guys, the sales team need to have that double hat on, where really from the 1st of November, they're in the mode of, how do I list a few more, right? This year, and how do I make sure and sell everything I've got, and then also make sure that I'm listing well for a new year launch. So the more experienced an agent is, the better they are naturally at this. But a lot will actually just do a run through to the end of the year, and then they'll start next year and go scratch head. Okay, that's what I'm in real estate. Where do I start? So I think it's the 1st of November that you then talk about, okay, what does a strong finish look like for you? And you go, strong finish looks like this. Interesting. What does a brilliant start look like? Well, brilliant start looks like this. And I wouldn't be giving too many people the option to say, a strong start looks like we carry over a heap of stock from this year into next year. Of course, if we've listed it on the 15th of December, that's probably we're listing it for the new year as such. Guys, there is a strategy on the Resource Centre that is worthwhile playing with in some of your marketplaces. This is called the Expat Holiday Strategy. And what it is, in early December, anyone that's sitting in pipeline, we have a conversation with them. And the conversation is, hey, look, I know you're thinking about listing your property for sale early next year. We have a very, very interesting dynamic here on the Sunshine Coast, here in Mudgee, here in Brisbane, where we have holidaymakers and expats who are coming into our marketplace. And then you do a little pause on that one. So one of the things that I think could be worthwhile is not overexposing your property and not running opens while you're having family time and all those sorts of things. But I think it's worthwhile us getting it online. So if someone is doing that search and saying, you know what, I've forgotten how beautiful Brisbane is. You know what, I've forgotten how much I love Mudgee. And now they're actually flicking through it and having a look. What we want to do is make sure your property's on that shopping list. And that's going to allow us to start having some conversations. Now, what that might be is an uneducated market buyer that is willing to pay a premium price for your property. Would it be okay if we sold your property, under the right terms for you early in the new year and allowed you to be in a cash position for that next move with the right terms? Now, I've probably gone a little bit further than what the question was, Belinda, but does that help?
Oh, yes, very much so. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, look, I think with cleanups, guys, cleanups are great to do with your leadership team, or you could actually go to the entire sales team. Guys, is there anything we need to clean up as part of this 90 days? And it might be a data cleanup, it might be a open home cleanup, and sometimes cleanups turn into themes or can turn into projects that we do. We are in spring at the moment, so if you actually have a walk through your offices and you go, you know what, these need an update. These need a little bit of a cleanse. I'd be getting the big dump bin. I'd be getting the shred bin there and saying, all right, guys, what we're looking to do is to drop 30% of the stuff in our office and streamline things. Let's go for it. Let's make it simple. Let's put that into play. Great, Irina, David, awesome, great. Yeah, Nicholas, it's such a very, very simple, a high value touch point on that landlord wow. But you've got to be thinking through the lens of the landlord. Okay, they're getting a new statement, they haven't seen it before. Could they have questions? Yes. They ring us 2 days after the end of the month. And here's what I sometimes hear. The property manager almost sounds, hello, dumbass. Oh, you don't understand our statement, right? It's a really simple statement to read. And they're going like, it may be simple for you, it ain't simple for me. But you didn't need to say dumbass, you implied dumbass in the process, which is a bit cringy from that point of view. All right, guys, does this put some things on the radar for you for your 90-day race? Over to you, any other questions that you've got? Going once, going twice. I would have a look at the expat strategy, guys. Erin, my absolute pleasure. So, guys, this has got more of a coaching feel about it. It's not really a mastermind where I'm presenting something to you. It's more like, hey, here are some ideas that I think could make a difference. Ultimately, your business is what you choose to do with it. So if this is something you grabs hold of and you go like, hey, this makes a heck of a lot of sense for where we're at, let's implement this incredibly powerfully. I think you guys know the quote I'm most known for is the power of an idea is in its implementation. So it's not about having these ideas sitting on a shopping list. This is actually about, well, what will make the biggest difference to help our team and help the business build some great momentum. The only other one, guys, from a PM point of view, and it's one that Marshall White did a few years ago, and they're continuing to do this. They went to the landlords and say, hi there, landlord, would you like to give a gift to your tenant? And the landlord had the opportunity to opt in or opt out. By the way, it was coming out of the next statement, so that it wasn't like I'm going to deduct this, I'm going to deduct it from the next payment as such. And what they did is they did these super, super cool little gingerbread houses, guys. And they were delivered to the tenants with a note to say, this is a special little thank you from your landlord and the team at Marshall White. So it was just this really neat kind of thing. And I was like, oh my goodness, my landlord is actually saying thank you for being such a great tenant. Now, does that have an impact on tenant wow? Absolutely. Does that also have an impact on creating some relationship banking with our tenant? Absolutely. And once again, the tenant turns around over Christmas and says, "Hey, did you get anything from your landlord?" "No, I didn't." "Oh, we got this from ours." So, and it doesn't have to be the gingerbread house. It was cute that it was, because therefore it went on display somewhere. I'm like, "Oh, where'd you get that from?" "Well, let me tell you the story." So it became like this story that had legs and went even further. And all it was a landlord saying, "Yes, I'd like to do that." Now, if you're in landlord wow mode, and you're in that sort of good news calls, this would be a great one to actually say, "Hey, would you like to consider doing this?" Because it might be something neat. You've had a tenant who's been in your property now for 18 months. Clearly, they're actually loving the property and they're looking forward to staying there for a long time. Would it be worthwhile doing this? And I think it was like about $25, guys, or something along those lines. So it wasn't like a deal breaker kind of a chunk of change. All right. Have you enjoyed today? Thumbs up, team. All the best. Oh, there we go. We got the all bits and pieces. Team, I love your energy. I love your commitment. Thanks for being part of the network. And hey, jump in and have a look at those Business of Real Estate recordings. If you don't jump onto that site I showed you earlier, they're going to be up on the RER Network Resource Centre, and that will be on Monday. They'll be live on Monday. Thanks, team. Really appreciate your energy, your effort, and your commitment to running amazing businesses, making a difference to your team and making a difference to your clients. Bye for now.